In this short video tutorial, we're going to show you how to enter a balance forward into LogTen to include any previous flight time you have that has not been logged electronically. Typically, there are three potential scenarios for pilots entering balance forwards into LogTen. A, you have single overall total time, or B, you know how much time you've logged in SEL and MEL aircraft, or C, you know how much time you've logged in types of aircraft you've flown. If possible, we highly recommend taking the time to input your balance forward using option C. This will ensure you get the most accurate reports, and it will enable you to fully utilize the capabilities of LogTen. First, let's turn on all the fields we might need to enter our balance forward. In LogTen for Mac, click on the LogTen menu, then Settings, then Time, and check the boxes for the data you need to enter. For example, PIC, P1US, SIC, night, dual received, dual given if you're a CFI, and simulator. In LogTen for iPhone, double tap the Logbook tab, then tap Flights and Duties, and tap on a flight entry. Tap the Actions button in the top right, tap Configure Fields, scroll to the Time section, and tap Configure Section, then turn the fields you need to on. For scenario 1, where we have total time, we simply double tap on the Logbook tab, then on Flights and Duties, then tap the plus button in the top right for a new flight entry. Scroll down and enter the total time we have for all your before LogTen flying. In this example, we have a total of 2,500 hours of flight time. It's also important to set the flight date to when the total was current. We also input a remark that this is our balance forward. If you have your time split into more detail, for example, you know PIC day and night, SIC day and night, dual received day and night, you'll need to add the seat detail into separate entries, and you'll need to subtract these from the 2,500 hour total, so that when all your time is added up in each seat, it totals 2,500 hours. So one entry for PIC with night, one entry for SIC with night, and one entry for dual received with night. In this example, we have a total of 2,500 hours of flight time, of which 150 are night hours. For our first entry, we know that 1,250 of these hours were PIC with 100 night. So we enter a flight with that detail. Next, we know that 250 hours were PIC and dual received with 25 of those night. So we enter a second flight with that detail. Finally, we have 1,000 SIC hours with 25 night. So we enter this final balance forward flight entry with those details. For scenario 2, we have our SEL and MEL totals. For this scenario, we start by creating generic SEL and MEL types in the Aircraft Types section of LogTen. On the Mac, click on Types, then the plus button on the bottom left, enter a name for the type, SEL balanced forward, and class, single engine land. On iPhone, double tap the Logbook tab, then Aircraft Types, then the plus button on the top right, enter a name for the type, MEL balanced forward, and class, multi-engine land. Now go back to the Flights and Duties section and hit the plus button to add a new flight. Choose one of the types you just created, let's say SEL, and enter the total time. Then repeat the process for MEL time. Again, ideally you have this time split up into PIC, SIC, dual received, etc. And as previously explained, you'll need to create a separate entry for each seat. Finally, for scenario 3, we have totals in each of our aircraft types. Here, we'll need to input a flight entry for each aircraft with the totals. For this example, we have time in a C-172, C-182, and a CRJ-9. On iPhone and iPad, tap Flights and Duties, then tap the plus button in the top right. Tap the Aircraft Types field and start typing the aircraft type into the search field, with all types chosen, and choose the aircraft. Enter the total time in that aircraft, and repeat the process for the C-182 and the CRJ-9. Again, you'll need a separate balance forward entry for each seat type in each aircraft. In this case, LogTen will automatically provide you with SEL and MEL information from its built-in database of aircraft based on the aircraft types you've chosen. One important final note is to ensure that you log simulator time as separate entries to ensure reports work correctly and simulator time is not included in your total flight time. A separate video showing how to log simulator time in LogTen can be found at help.corodyne.com, and there's also a link in the description below this video. And of course, if you need help with your balance forward entries or indeed with any other feature of LogTen, please don't hesitate to contact our fantastic support team by tapping Contact Support under the Accounts tab. Thanks for watching.